special tradition shared by Catholic Central and East Grand Rapids over the past 15 years. So basically, the gist is, after the first goal, throw your teddy bears on the ice. They'll be collected, and through the Billy Bear Hug Foundation, they'll be distributed to local children in need. Lately for East, very similar to Catholic Central. These two teams, like I said, they're following similar trajectories this year. Lively bounce off the end boards, handled there by Moore. And he escapes and backhands it off the stick of Gosens. Here's Moore moving ahead. Short-handed backhand score! Parker Moore brings on the Bears at Southside. Short-handed strike. 2 minutes and 21 seconds in. The backhand scooted under the pads of Ryder Owen, and now the cleanup begins. Load all the bears in. All these are cool teddy bears and stuffed animals. There's Mike McLean, team manager, twirling one over his head, a la the terrible towel. So Catholic Central going in after it. This play continues. Bird. Lead feed Bjornsson. And over the blue, Bjornsson to the circle. A shot. Good save by Aron. Rebound free in the circle. And Jensen kept it away from Bird. If it goes to OT and CC wins, both teams wind up with 9 points in the standings in conference games. It's Bjornsson. Oh, he rifled that shot off the blocker of Aron. Good save. Maybe his best of the opening period. Trying to drive in close was Bird, and it was whacked off his stick by Karsten Carlander, defending well. Carlander knocked down the pass, fed it to Gage Potter, and systematically the Cougars are away. Cooper Moss, great move. Puck drifted away from him, still got the shot away, and a save made by Owen. That close to 2-0. Moore out at the blue line, took the shot, blocked by Bryce Bjornsson, who genuflected to get in the way. Near side, Potter couldn't get a stick on it. Owen Runyon turns it up the wall, hit a leg, and it's free. Moss open, hit the crossbar with the shot from 25 feet out. Across it goes to Moss. Couldn't handle that bouncing puck. If in one hand and you know what in the other, as they say. They got to get the win tonight if they want to play for a championship. Right to the front of the goal, deflected by McLean, snatched by Ryder Owen, and that's his best save of the night. Patrolling and feeding to Moss. Moss has some room at the outside of the goal with a wrist shot. Still loose. Here's Cooper again. Took another shot. That ricochets off the pad of Owen near side. And flicked up and out. Jake Gosens one-on-one. Gosens, nice move to the inside. High shot handled by Jakob Aron. And he covers and keeps, who is certainly sturdy on his skates. Runyon to Hill, all the way rink wide. Caden Gosens' shot goes wide of the goal. Behind the net, Rowan stuffing it out in front. Look out, a shot by Caden Gosens is blocked. I don't know who got it, but there was a forest in front of that net. And 3 of those trees are wearing CC blue and white. Hill shooting, deflected by Jake Gosens to the far corner. Pastelli, stable to the boards. It comes free to Carlander. He tried to send it ahead for Cohen Potter, fresh off the bench after Reynolds returned out of the penalty box. Morgan Pastelli ties up with Bjornsson, but following on Bird behind the goal. Post power play pressure right to the front. Bjornsson stubbed a backhand. Barnes back on it, pulls it out of the referee's skates. Moore up the far side. Moss, can the Cougars clear? They can't. Brooks shoots, just missed. Barnes rebound, saved by Aron. It hops to the far corner. Still free to Gosens, kept it in again. Pastelli tries to clear, and he does. And he sends it down 200 feet. Owen negated the icing. He snaps it up ahead. Brooks on the move. The Cougars couldn't get a change. Bjornsson maneuvering in. McLean, he was fresh on the ice, and he bumped Bjornsson off the biscuit. And now jabbed down by the Cougars, and this will be icing this time. Rowan, blind pass back, picked off by Reynolds, and he is smoked by Caden Gosens, right in the chest, looked to be legal. Turned over by the Pioneers. Here's Moore, in front, Cohen Potter directed, save by Owen. Big time stop. For a moment, it looked like it was about to be 2-0. Looks like East Grand Rapids is about to be shorthanded. Delayed penalty, but it not whistled yet. Here come the Cougars. Ten Harmsel across, nearly connecting to Gage Potter on the backhand side. Gage, near wing again, Carlander, man open far side, Reynolds! Oh, big save by Owen. He pushed out, got the pad on it. And the Pioneers called for the penalty, but Gage Potter couldn't believe it. He had his hands on his head behind the net. He thought that could have been a goal. It's Moore, the only goal getter so far in this game. 22 seconds to go before the intermission. Hill pins him, but it's loose to Heminger. Right back to Moore, 15 seconds. He's got Dozema, shot, saved by Owen. Loose puck, still free. It goes wide of the goal, and the referee blew the whistle. I think he lost sight of it. 9 seconds remaining in the second. But it was a special teams goal that gave them the lead. Turned over, Rowan off the arm of Aron. I lost sight of the puck on the near side. All the Catholic Central students are standing, and so I was screened out. Pops it off a partition behind the goal. Owen gave it to Brooks. Porter Brooks with his head up. Long lead pass Bjornsson. Could be a 2-on-1 with Bird. Bjornsson to the circle. A shot. Save Aron. And it hops out of play. Off his shoulder and over the high glass. 7:29 remaining in the third. Remember that save. Two top scorers bearing down on the Catholic Central goal. And Bjornsson called his own number. Right to the front. Barnes back against the grain. Bird denied. Aron splayed out to kick it away. And remember that one too. Far side Hill. A shot. Aron got a glove on that. Jakob Aron is holding it out. He's putting up the brick wall. That's icing against Catholic Central. But boy, too close for comfort if you're CC. There was no whistle. 4:17 left in the third. Reynolds ties it up. And it's free on for Pastelli to carry through center. Pastelli with Heminger, moving to the outside, trying to find a passing angle, a shooting angle, something. Pastelli pulls it back, just shot, score! Cade Heminger makes it 2-0. Catholic Central on the sweet setup by Morgan Pastelli. And that might be the one that does it. 4:02 left. Welcome to the good life. Heminger, second goal of the weekend. To the corner, Brinker closing, looking for the wrap. Aron the save, rebound off of Aron. Oh, another rebound. He made another save on Barnes. Airtight Aron comes up with the goods. 2:44 left. The first save he made on Brinker was unconscious. He didn't know it hit him. And the second one, he knew what he was doing. He pushed across, made himself big. Big battle for the puck behind the goal. Ryder Owen is off the ice on that faceoff. It's a 6-on-5 for East Grand Rapids. 3 men in goal below the goal line. It's loose to Bjornsson. Bryce Bjornsson plays it back to Caden Gosens. Across to Whithill. Thought about a pass and had a little spasm there as he tried to pull it back. But here's Bird. Shooting redirected by Jake Gosens. Off the glass. Back in by Bjornsson. Save. Rebound. And Gosens was drilled. And that's a penalty against Catholic Central. Talking to his boys. Trying to keep them updated on the strategy. Now Owen goes to the bench. It's a 6-on-4. Brinker's shot deflected in. It was tipped in front, I think, by Trevor Bird. It hopped into the top of the net, and it ain't over yet. It's 2-1. 1:12 left. So a power play, extra attacker goal. 6-on-4 tally. Scored by East. It's been pulled 2 separate times. He might be pulled a third time if East can get it out of its zone. Brinker with Gage Potter confronting him. Owen making a move toward the bench. Brinker, serpentine through center. He's in over the blue line. Now to the half wall. Back to the point. It's Jake Gosens. It's a 6-on-5. Gosens fanned on the attempted pass. Cougars couldn't get it out, though. They try again. Gosens to Bjornsson at the circle, trying to find room for a shot. He passed it right through the crease. Runyon punched it back to the blue line. Here's Brooks. A shot didn't get through. Too many bodies in the slot. Runyon again, down low, deflected up over the top of the net. Half a minute left. Onstad couldn't get it out. Brinker held it. Down it goes again. Carlander, one more time, up off the glass, out of play, into the netting. 22.6 seconds remaining. It's going to take quite the effort for East to get a point shot through. They might have to work it down low. We'll see what they go with. Drop of the puck. Alex Barnes wanted against Carlander. Brinker across. Brooks shoots. Missed the net to the right. 4 seconds to go. On the half wall, Bird slugged it toward the slot. Picked up by Ten Armsel. He cleared the distance. Time runs out. Catholic Central wins. Cougars win 2-1. Biggest game of the year, and Catholic Central comes through with the 2 points. They'll finish in 3rd place in the OK Rue Division, and they will play in the championship bracket